Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone. Wednesday the 20th of June. This is the news. Last Thursday I had a visit from a chap called Brendan, who he's the local cider maker. He does it in his garage. He gets, I don't know, so many apples. He's got a big press and he presses them, and he does about 50 gallons at a time. And he's thinking of doing beer. So I've known him for a little while, but he hasn't seen the setup. So met him down his house. We had a bit of a taster of his cider down there, and then we come up mine and we started drinking my beer. He enjoyed the kegerator, thought it was a very good invention, which we all know it is. And so I went through the kit and the process of making beer with him. So I think after all that, he's going to stick to making cider. So there we go. I had a birthday on Sunday, and I asked for money. So the reason was because I wanted to get one of two things. One was a heat exchanger, a plate heat exchanger, and the other was a tilt hydrometer. So I put a poll on Facebook, as some of you might have seen, and fucking phone keeps going off every time I go on camera. I haven't gone off at all this afternoon, or while I've been off camera. As soon as I'm on camera, the fucking phone goes off. Modern day, what can we do? Anyway, the vote was going towards, or the poll was going towards the plate heat exchanger, and then Dan Mabbott put me in touch with a chap who could make me a tilt, or a version of the tilt hydrometer. So I'm actually getting both, so well pleased with that. So I'm going to put in a little clip of the plate heat exchanger, but I'm going to do another video on it, on the heat exchanger, so it won't be sort of, you know, mega in detail or anything. It's just how I've set it up, and why I've set it up how I have. So yeah, the heat exchanger's arrived. It is finally set up, and yeah, working okay. So I've done a brew today, Wednesday. I'm on holiday this week, so I've done a brew. Just so desperately short of beer. I run out. I was down to my last bottle of beer while I was building the new kit, and I'm struggling to build up enough stocks. I don't know. I've hardly got any in the keg at the moment. Yesterday I filled 2 kegs with my Timmy Taylor Landlord clone, which I'm calling On a Promise, and I used the Wyeast 1469 yeast in there. I'll tell you what, it is something else. Absolutely fantastic. And that was just, I just opened the tap and took some yeast off, dumped that, poured myself half a glass and tasted it. I'm like, fucking hell, that is so good. So I was absolutely chuffed to bits with it. So some people might get some. It better be good. So what's the next thing is tomorrow I'm going up to see Mark Whiteside at the Tall Valley Brewery. When we went up and we had the mental whiskey tasting night up there, I took him some of my beers, which he enjoyed. He wasn't that keen on the proper job that I took him, but he doesn't like proper job anyway, so I took him up some Exmoor Gold, and I took him up the lager, the Pilsner that I made, and he enjoyed those. So he's got a new beer out. He's got a bottle up there for me. I'm going to take him a couple of bottles of my Ratcatcher, which is the summer ale out of the Bible. But when I kegged it, I caught 3 rats in my garden, so I've named it Ratcatcher. So looking forward to that, and actually be able to talk to him. I couldn't really talk to him about brewing on the night, because that's not what it was about. So so it'd be nice to actually have an in-depth talk with him. And then Saturday, I'm doing a 38 litre brew. It's that fucking phone again. A 38 litre brew of Kolsch. And Kolsch is, if you've not made a Kolsch, make a Kolsch. It's absolutely fantastic. And so I've got the Safel K97 yeast. I've got 2 sachets of that, and that's going in. And then hopefully I shall be using the new heat exchanger. The last Kolsch I made, I used the Junga hop, or Younger hop, however they're pronounced, and all that, and it was lovely. It was really nice. This time I'm going to use Motueka. So so the same IBUs and additions, and you know, so I'm looking forward to that one. That should come out really nice, but this time I'm doing a double brew, because it just didn't last that long last time, because it was so fucking good. So anyway, hang on. Oh, can't do the belch like Mr. Preston, I'm afraid. So that's all I got on my list. So that's it for this week. John, I've put the bins out, so I'm all right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. But next week I might need a reminder, because I'm back to work next week. So hopefully not drinking more, because I'm back to work. But yeah, I'll be busy and have things on my mind. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, and keep brewing, fellas. Cheers, me dears.